Hi, everybody. I'm so glad to see everybody here. And I'm Terry Suzuki, and this is the Akashic Healing Series that my Akashic Record Masters have suggested. And this is the beautiful Sun Psychic Jean. Hi, Jean.
Hi, everybody. So nice to see you. Thanks for being here, everybody. It's going to be a really lovely one. And I see there's so many familiar faces in the chat there. And
Yep.
if there's any moderators going to be here, if you can just remind people that it's a group healing when they come in, and that it's part self-esteem, just because we want to make sure that when, if somebody comes in the middle, that they are respectful of the process.
Yes. Yes. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, everybody. I see Viviane, and I think she's a moderator. So, hi, Lark. Glad you're here. Hi, Viviani. Viviani, I still owe you a reading.
Oh,
Um, and Craig Dixon, love to see Craig. Lottie B. And Amanda Carroll. She's taking her little dog on her walk, and she's just going to hang out with us and listen. Thank you, Viviani. Wow, right there. Okay, so a little bit about what we're doing today. Oh, it's Starfish Jenny. She's going to be lurking. Rush. Oh, a lot of people are coming in right now. That's great. Maybe we should pause just a moment to let more people get in. Oh, yeah, Viviani, thank you. I'm sorry you had to wait. I was busy. I did lose my dog, and meaning she's on the other side now. But I am ready to read you, and very excited about it. So the way this works is that usually the Sunday before, I don't I don't know what they're going to heal on. They suggest to me the Sunday before, a couple of days before, what we're going to heal on. Because this time I had to go to my doctor's appointment, and we moved it to Wednesday. They actually waited till Monday to give me a clue as to what's going to happen. And I have to tell you, they blow my mind every time. They blow my mind because I just, I'm just a human like you're human. I don't, you know, they just come in and do the spiritual things and say what they're going to do. And it always freaks me out just a little. This time, I was at a cafe minding my own business, and they came in and told me we're going to do a 3-part series. So this is the first in a 3-part series. This is self-esteem. And then the next one in the series is going to be religious manipulation. And the final one's going to be strengthening psychic connection. And all of these lead towards spiritual freedom. They want you to have more spiritual freedom. And in that manner, they also told me as I was getting ready for this, they want to make sure that you all know that I don't know, Terry, doesn't know any more about all this than you know. I am not spiritually ahead. I am not making the rules, and they want to make sure that you don't necessarily take what I say and do and make rules out of it. In fact, that's exactly what they want you not to do, because they want you to have spiritual freedom. They want to increase your worthiness, increase your discernment, increase your ability to help yourself and others. So that's what this is going on about. I also want to let you know that this one's going to be a little different um, than others. It's a little more complicated. So so let's talk about self-esteem just a moment. So I think one of the reasons that they're going to handle this one a little bit differently is because self-esteem is really in the now. Yes, you might have heard things from other generations that might hold you back or might make your self-esteem go down or go up. And but really, this is something they want to heal in the now. Um, Jean, do you happen to have handy the little kind of dictionary version of self-esteem? Or
Oh, the quality of deserving attention or respect. The quality of deserving attention or respect. Also, the quality of being good enough,
mhm,
suitability.
mhm, yes. So all of this is really what they told me. The broad of this particular one is restoring worthiness to yourself. Okay, so through this whole thing, what I want you to do is concentrate on your crown chakra, kind of be in the moment here. I'm going to say the prayer of protection and the key for everybody. So if you want to participate in this healing, uh, we would kind of like you to type in the chat yes, or if you're on the replay, yes, in the comments. So here is the prayer of protection. We are surrounded by the pure white light of divine source. We connect ourselves to Metatron's grid of opalescent light that connects us more firmly to our higher selves. We ask Archangel Michael to protect and guide us as we call forth all our angels, guides, beings of light, Akashic Records Masters, and Ascended Masters to assist us now to receive information of the highest truth, highest frequency of light and love, allowing us to receive exactly what we need for our greatest good and the greatest good of humanity. And so it is. Okay. And now I'm going to read the Akashic Record key. And at one point, I have to say it to myself, so you'll hear me go quiet, but I'll come back. We open ourselves to the light. And with this light, we open ourselves to our truth. And with this light, we open ourselves to our soul's purpose. And with this light, we open ourselves to be guided towards our highest good and the highest good of all in divine love. And so, the people watching this broadcast live and on the replay is given the truth to best serve them on their healing journey into the love and acceptance that is most beneficial for them in this moment. And with this light and guidance, we unlock the energy field of people watching the live and on the replay to receive the record of their soul. So, in this particular healing, as I was interacting with the guides, and I'm going to go to Viviani here. Yeah, focus on your crown chakra, say yes. But also, before we really get into it, let's all take 3 deep breaths too. And what you're going to do is you're going to breathe in, hold it for a moment, and let it out longer than you took it in. And just kind of relax into it. So I'm going to do that really quick. And you can do deep breathing as long as you want. But they have already showed me that in this particular instance, because self-esteem is a present issue, they are not going to go back in time. What they have showed me that they're going to do is they're going to erect a shield. So as I see your past lives, the present lives, the future lives, in front of your present lives, there is now a big shield. And this shield prevents any bleed through from past lives. So this is not about the present life or your parents or anyone else who might have interfered with your self-esteem. Right now, they're blocking anything from the past that may affect your self-esteem now. So this healing, they've already told me, is a 3-part healing. It's going to look at 3 different parts of self-esteem, and they're going to clip the cord. That these 3 things may hold you back from developing your full self-esteem. So they're showing me that this healing is going to take place in your present life. Your self-esteem will be healed in this present life, in the dimensional lives that you may be leading right now, the lives in between lives, the cellular structures, and all cellular structures, and all life, whether even if it's astral travel, astral lives, all manner of current living of the present. This healing applies to all of the present. And this healing then will be drawn forward all the way to the future. This healing will be available to you at all times. This healing will be ongoing all the time. And they've already told me that they're going to refer you back to it. Anytime that you start experiencing poor self-esteem, they're going to refer you back to this healing. So here is the first part. So in this first part, it's rather personal. The first cord that's going to be cut is kind of personal. If you want to add a word or phrase here, you can. But in this case, since it's so personal, you may want to silently think upon it. So the first thing is we lead the healing of forgiveness of yourself. Anytime that you either inadvertently or deliberately hurt others' self-esteem, we now heal that area of your life, of your mind, of your spirit. We forgive you. We want you to forgive you of any time that you felt the need to do that, or you just inadvertently went to the place where you hurt others. And I see the energetic hands come in, and they're coming towards this present life. They're energetically drawing the times that we all hurt others, because we've all done it. and I see them drawing it, and I see the other hand coming in and clipping that cord. And you are free of that cord. You are forgiven and free. And now they're going to move to the next part. There's 3 parts. The next part of cords they want to clip. And I still see the energetic hands coming in and healing through all the present life, through dimensional life, through all of the lives, all of the things that we've said. And this time, the energetic hands reach in and draw out the energy where the times that you hurt yourself, the times that you hurt yourself through poor self-talk, through believing and obeying things that were told to you by others. Anytime that you wallowed in that hurt and had those poor beliefs about your own self, your own lovely, perfect self, we draw out all the times you hurt yourself. We draw it up, and the other hand comes in, cuts the cord. You are forgiven and healed of all those times forever, for now and into the future. And if you want to add anything to this one, if there's anything that you want to add, a word or a phrase or a way that you hurt yourself, feel free to do so, because that's all that's been drawn up, it's been cut, and you are free. So you can talk about what you're free from if you wish. And now they go to the third one. So this is another one you may want to add a word of forgiveness to, or a phrase that will remind you of something that happened. So now we go in to the present lives, all the different variations of present lives, and they see their energetic hands coming in, and they are drawing forth obsessive thoughts. It's not enough that you forgive others, you forgive yourself, but our current bodies are bent on protecting us from everything. And sometimes this creates obsessive thoughts. So they are now, if you have any obsessive thoughts about self-esteem, if you want to put them in, you can. Then I see the hands come in and draw forth all these energetic streams of obsessive thoughts. Anytime that you performed less than you wanted, and then the obsessive thoughts came in and held you hostage, they draw. Anytime that that happened to you, they're drawing it up again to the end of the life. And I see the other hand come through, clip that cord. They are reminding me that this healing is not just, this healing works on kind of a mental health level. to make it so that you never obsess upon these thoughts. And so finally, and this is where you also might want to put in any words that occur to you. And Jean, this you might want to say these out loud if they occur. So now the hands once again go into this present life in all of the ways that you can live in the present life. They go in, and the energetic hands, instead of removing, are now replacing, putting in, installing. They're restoring worthiness, confidence, discernment, good judgment, self-control. Is there anything else that people want to add? Yes, this is a perfect time to say out loud to yourself, I deserve attention and respect. I am enough. They restore the I am. They're talking about a phrase that's also used. I am the truth. I am the light. I am. Because you are part of Source. You are part of Source. You are part of the great I am. Is there anything to add, Jean? Nope. Okay.
Sorry, I'm muted. No.
Okay.
No, we're asking it to speak aloud.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
And as we restore these things, restore anything that is needed to have good self-esteem, because we restore you to the highest timeline, restore you to the perfect being that you are meant to be. We take that restoration to the highest timeline and we draw it forth throughout this life, all the way through this life and through to the future, all the way into the future. And it is done. So it is.
Wonderful.
Okay. Yes. I think everyone's going to need a lot of water after this one.
So this is before closing the records. And if there's any messages.
Well, we're going to do the clearing now.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then we can find out if what people may have experienced, if they're willing to share it. So again, like before, we're going to open to Divine Source to lead us through a clearing. So this is again what you visualize, what you hear or feel, however this happens. You can add to the prayer with this. So I ask that if that there's something that you wanted to clear, put it in the chat so that Jean can read it out. And you will know as we start doing this, they'll probably put little impressions in your mind or head or whatever, however you know it. Okay. So now they've done the healing, but they want to solidify this with a clearing. Okay. So We're again going to take some deep breaths. I'm going to have you focus on your crown chakra again. Okay, dear Akashic Records Masters, we request a clearing for the people participating in this broadcast concerning problems created by poor self-esteem, to help us achieve all we can spiritually and physically in this life and in future lives. We request a clearing of all self-esteem problems, and this is where you can add yours, such as confusion, blame, guilt, lack of confidence, worry, anger, misplaced anger, resentment, emotional blockages, damaged relationships, damaged opportunities, jealousy, and unworthiness. I see clear rejection, shame, guilt, feeling of inferiority, resentment. Yes, those are amazing. Do you want to read Rossi's?
Disappointment, fear of rejection, not being worthy of love, fear of lack.
Yes. And we include in anything that comes up later on, anybody who remembers what they wanted to include, or anybody who includes this in the replay. We ask this clearing to allow for a complete and deep forgiveness of themselves and others, and a deep and complete restoration of each person's worthiness, that they know how worthy they are. I ask that they be healed in all cellular structures, all space and time, in space between lives, in all timelines, for the highest good of each person and humanity. And as I was working on this, I saw that as we do the clearing, I saw hands with manacles on them, like handcuffs. And I saw that they broke the manacles. The manacles are broken. The memories of experiences with poor self-esteem will be cleared of their power to hurt you. They will become a memory that is interesting but holds no power and is easily let go of. This clearing and healing will be ongoing in this life and into the future. Each person is restored to the highest timeline, to the being that they were always meant to be, to facilitate their steps towards spiritual freedom for the highest good of each participant and humanity. And so it is.
Wonderful.
Wow. Look at what Flower Beauty Peacock Rainbow said.
I had
Wow.
just prayed 2 hours ago to learn about self-esteem. That's quick.
Well, time is speeding up.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Oh, I like that Craig Dixon always kind of keeps us up on Clara.
Thanks, Craig.
Okay. So I also have heard from a few people, and what I've been noting is that sometimes you experience what's going on right now in the now. Sometimes you feel like I often feel tingling around my crown or like a heavy hat. Sometimes I feel tingling through my body, and I have had a few of you send me emails, which I love. Thank you, saying that. Especially with the last healing, where that you went through the healing and then suddenly in the middle of the night, they woke you up and reminded you of something you did and then went through and healed you again. And so that is the same here. This may go on. They told me that this particular healing is now, but it also, they will continue to keep reminding you of it because we're human, we're in human bodies. This is meant to be forever. But it also, once in a great while, you're going to have to come back, revisit this a little bit. But again, it will become easier and easier and easier. Yeah, I like what Lark Kemper said. That's exactly. Oh, sorry. I think
I got it.
Okay, thank you. Yep, the ropes have been cut in present and future timelines, dimensions and frequencies. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And I see that Rush has a lot of vibrations and tingling throughout their body. Oh, and Rose Almazan had like a crown on her head. Lovely. That is so lovely. Yeah. So, Jean, so I think I've already said this, but I'm going to say it one more time. Oh, Lark again had numbing in his knees and in his hands. Wow. I love that. So this might be ongoing. You may feel the um, effects of this for a while. So we did say drink water. This healing works alone. You know, it's can completely just work on self-esteem, but this is part of a series. So the next one next week will be religious manipulation. So they're going to try to remove the chains of that may keep you revisiting self-esteem problems. So they're going to do that. And then the third one's going to be the restoration or the more strongly connecting you to your psychic gifts. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. Well, I guess we're done.
Nope. We need to close the Akashic Records.
That's right. Thank you, Jean. Okay.
And then I do have a couple of things that I want to say once they're closed.
Okay. Let me close them real quick. Okay. Thank you for reminding me of that. I would like to close by thanking the light for the truth. I would like to close by thanking the light for the healing energy. I would like to close by thanking the light for the guidance and compassion towards our soul's purpose. And with this, I leave unlocked the Akashic records of those who want to continue interacting with their Akashic Record Masters. but I lock their records to myself and to anyone else. And if anyone wants their records closed, they are closed. The records are now closed. Okay.
So, like Terry said, some of these things will come up as examples or situations to practice the self-esteem. And I read something once that I thought was really profound. It said, the challenges and the opportunities for growth, or some people call them mistakes, but nothing is ever a mistake. Everything happens for a reason. But if something happens that causes you to feel badly about yourself, it is only a lesson. It's not a life sentence. Sometimes we will never let go of that, and we constantly hold ourselves over the coals, over the fire, because of that one terrible thing that flew out of our mouth, or that one terrible thing that we cut off a driver, or whatever it is. We hold ourselves accountable when it only happened in a moment. It only happened so that we would understand, oh, that doesn't feel good. I shouldn't do that anymore. Or this is not something I want to do moving forward. It's a lesson. It's not a life sentence. It's to be learned, integrated, and let go. It is not to be carried on with us. Also, the about feeling about ourselves with unworthiness. If you feel, if you say these things to yourself over and over, or you get stuck in that loop, did you say? What was that?
Mm-hmm.
What you were saying? It was a repeated,
Obsessive thoughts.
yeah, obsessive thoughts. When you have obsessive thoughts, I can guarantee you they are not based in love, they are based in fear, and anything that is based in fear is ego driven. It is a manipulation and control of the ego, because when you have obsessive thoughts, this is the ego trying to um, manipulate or take over your spiritual freedom, and this all builds on each other. This is all a cumulative kind of a healing, that from the beginning, if you haven't done the first two, go back and listen to the first two. We're only on for 30 or 40 minutes with these, and listen to them, do the exercises, and integrate them, and shed them. Do the practice. And this is a beautiful time of year, and this is going to allow us, and Terry said the ultimate goal in this three-part series is the spiritual freedom and the ability to connect. And without letting go, if we were to connect, and we would still be holding ourselves over the fire for what we did or said 3 years ago, we would not be able to reach the potential that we're meant to reach. They need all of us. They need us to be light workers. They need us to be examples. They need us to be free of these burdens that humanity carries around. And people will be like, what is she whistling about? What is she all happy about? Doesn't she have problems? Yeah, she has problems, but she's dealing with it and learning the lesson and letting it go. So it's not that it's a way of moving through it, and not to beat yourself up, and not to remind yourself of those things. And it's that ego that says that does that repeating over and over again. But I thought they were really powerful.
Yeah. I thank you for talking about that. That's absolutely what I would have liked to say. Um, you know, for me myself, I often have had obsessive thoughts where that I think back to something I did, like 40 years ago, and suddenly I'm so ashamed, and yet it doesn't matter anymore. And now that's cleared out, and I realized that it kept me manacled. It kept me from moving forward. Now, even if your they showed me that even if your self-esteem is not healed, let's say you never get to see this this thing. You never get to be part of this. You will still move ahead spiritually because you are a spiritual being. You are part of the divine one. You are part of that. But I think what they're doing is they're giving us permission to go faster, to go faster in this. I think that's why I don't now I'm not remembering who only prayed for self-esteem healing 2 hours ago, and boom, here we are. So, yes.
Absolutely. It's it's a process, everybody, and with the frequencies that are changing here on Earth and the evolution of humanity, this is just sort of doing the work, and where Terry is graciously bringing through these messages and these processes that the Akashic Record Masters are giving to her. And I definitely feel better, and I definitely remind myself when, if I were to say, "Oh, that was so," and I'm like, "Nope, it's not. It's not. It was just I messed up. It's okay." Instead of being like, "Oh, I can't believe I did that." Try. It's really how we treat ourselves, how respectful we are to ourselves, how kind we are to ourselves allows others to emulate this, and they can be kind to us, they can respect us. If we don't respect ourselves or be kind to ourselves first, there is nothing that says anybody else has to. So it's really important to do this self work, this evaluation, and this healing and clearing and raising our vibration together. And thank you, everybody, for participating and for really supporting one another and being here today. It's a wonderful group, and so lovely. Aw,
Um,
yeah.
Jill has asked a question right above that one. Jill Sinhan. How about one on frequencies and the effect in the afterlife? Well, that they will probably get around to that. We'll we'll, we'll just have to see. I like I said, I don't know what they're going to suggest until we're there, but I do know that the ones coming up, they are suggesting that it's that these are going to be spiritual, uh, mental, emotional, and even physical. That they're going to be suggesting things in all those different realms. So that's good.
So Sonia says, would you say self-esteem and self-confidence is the same?
I don't know if they're exactly the same, but I do know that when I was writing down what they said, that they wanted to correct or restore, uh, self-confidence was one of them. Because if you don't have good self-esteem, it's very hard to move confidently ahead. If you think that you're going to mess up or that you're just not quite worthy, then it's very hard to move ahead confidently. So I do think if they're not the same, they're definitely connected.
And this is a good example of a mantra that you can use for after. I deserve attention and respect. I am enough. You can say this to yourself when you're brushing your teeth. You can write it down, or you can make something of your own that is relevant or meaningful or impactful for you. These affirmations that are spoken aloud are a way for us to allow our ego to hear it and allow our spiritual self to hear it and look at ourselves through the soul, through the window of the soul. That our eyes are the window to the soul, and it really does help to solidify and integrate the message that we want. And I think that's a lovely practice as well. Maybe we can think of some practice exercises for them to do.
Maybe that's part of all this. Maybe that's coming too. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's really very special for all of you. We've had a lot of uh, Terry's had a lot of really positive response and feedback, and a lot of people that have benefited from attending these. So we appreciate all of you.
Yeah. Jean, before we go, where can we catch you next?
I'll be on with is it on Friday? I will be on with Ginger Faye Tarot on her channel. Actually, no, I'm sorry, it's on my channel. And then that is at 5:30 Eastern and 3:30 Pacific. And then on Sunday, I will be on with Sherry Voices from the Swamp. I'll be on her channel on Sunday the 3rd at 3 p.m. So thanks for
Oh,
asking.
you are welcome. I always love your shows, and they're just wonderful. Make sure you check them out. Well, actually, everybody in the chat already has checked them out. So I'm preaching to the choir here. Okay. Well, thanks so much for your time, Jean. Thank you for being my hype girl. Um, you're just wonderful as always, brilliant. And
Thank you.
so I'm going to say goodbye to everybody and let everybody take this in. Remember, drink your water. You may even want to take a nap after all this. This one is quite a bit of work here. So, okay, thank you so much.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.